reactivity. All of your stress boils down to reactivity. And I'm just going to put it up there as like frowny face, right? Like a frowny face emoji, right? And there are every variety of frowny face. I'm frustrated, irritated, anxious, depressed, stressed, overwhelmed, burnt out, goes on and on and on. I want you to watch today and tomorrow before we meet again. Notice yourself reacting. It's also quite instructive to notice other people reacting, just to kind of see. It's easier, right? You feel a bit superior, like, oh yeah, look at them, they're reacting. So I want you to notice your reactivity, and then what you have to do, what we're going to build the strength to do, is how to accept the things that are going on that I don't like. They're still going to go on. We're not going to try to change the world out there. We're only focused on in here. But you're going to find a reactivity. And essentially, your frowny face emoji says, I don't like how it is. I don't like how it is. Two people stuck in traffic. In this car, the person's like, well, I'm stuck in traffic. What can I do? Turn on the radio, start whistling, whatever. This person just starts steaming. And boiling and getting tense and more tense. And they're like throwing gestures out the window and tailgating people and whatnot, right? Most of us do this. We can't do anything about the traffic, but we stew in our reactivity. What I want you to do is I want you to notice that you're reacting, right? So this is taking 100% personal responsibility. And in terms of mindfulness, every single reaction you have is your issue. It's not out there. The story's out there. For sure you're in traffic, but traffic can't make you feel this way. You made you feel this way. So the responsibility you're going to take is like anytime you feel some friction in life, you go, okay, this is on me. What am I going to do about it? And the way you're going to react is we're going to build on what we did last week. The way you're going to accept versus react is you're going to bring some softness to the situation, first of all. So that breath we took where we kind of opened up and softened, do one with me now. Just inhale nice and full. Pause it up there for a sec, and then let it come back down, but don't let it collapse. So that is already, in that one action, a massive challenge to your reactivity, because nobody goes like this, right? Nobody goes, oh, I'm so stressed. It doesn't happen. Stress always comes with tension. Your emotional reactivity always comes with tension of some sort. So we're going to look at it in the face and go, oh, I'm reacting now. And guaranteed you will want to put the responsibility on something or someone else. But now you've done a little bit of mindfulness practice and you're like, hang on, this is on me somehow. Even if you don't quite understand at first how it is, just take that as axiomatic. If I'm stressed, it's on me. And there's tension in my body. So my first job is to soften the tension. Once you do that, there's two more things to do. You soften the tension with the breath. And then your job is, now that it's a bit soft, is you go and you go like, okay, I want to feel the problem. And you'll notice things that are really kind of stress you out, especially long-term things, right? You can feel them somewhere in your body, right? We all have places where we kind of feel our stress. Yes, some people feel like, oh, my stomach gets all clenched, my shoulders get all clenched, my chest feels tight. Y'all just nod if you have a place and you know your place. You have somewhere, right? And so when you're stressed, I want you to like turn and stare that thing down, right? Like, oh, I got you. But like with a loving stare, not like, you gotta go away, right? But it's like, oh, come here, let's have a cup of tea. Sit a bit closer to me, right? I'll put my arm around you even, yeah? And you'll feel it even better because you just took that breath and you soften the tension. The tension is you trying to say, I don't like that feel, I don't wanna feel it. I don't want to feel it and it's their fault. So I got no responsibility. I don't need to deal with this. You are turning this 180 degrees. You take a breath and you soften into it. Oh, there's that ball of dread right there in the belly. Okay, I took my breath, I softened, and I'm going to take a few seconds, a few minutes, and go, all right, I'm going to close my eyes and just work my way into that feel. So now you are like looking straight into the belly of the beast. Yeah? As opposed to trying to avoid it, which is just what we do. So now you're facing it. And then as extra credit, if you want, there's already a lot to do, but as extra credit, you want to bring a little cognitive action to it. You can try to ascertain, what do I want here? What do I want? Because you're getting stressed and reactive because you're not getting what you want, or you're getting what you don't want. Same thing, basically. What do I want? So if you're stuck in traffic, you're like, I want to be there. I want these idiots to move. I don't want to be late. And you're not going to get what you want, but it can be instructive to realize what you want because you're always wanting something. Otherwise, you wouldn't be stressed. Stress is about the gap between how it is and how you want it. That gap is all your problem. If you can look at how it is and say, oh, I'm stuck in traffic and there's a ball of dread in my stomach. So you went inside. It's not about traffic anymore. It's about your ball of dread, which you don't like. And you kind of go, okay, my job is to deal with this ball of dread and not freak out about it. So my first step, I'm going to override my emotions by doing something physical, right? Because emotions are hard to grasp and deal with. We'll do more on Thursday, but they're volatile. It's like the third rail in the subway. You touch that thing, you feel like you'll die. But you can physically go in and tangibly override how you feel by taking that breath that softens it and say, you scare me, or I don't like you, but I'm going into you, and we're going to get intimate, essentially. Eventually, over time, what you're going to do when you stare that thing down in a certain way with awareness and acceptance, that thing will be allowed to dissolve. You will dissolve the stress of your traffic stuckness. You will dissolve the stress of your lifelong trauma through the exact same techniques that we're just starting in a sort of light way here. But it's the way to get rid of current stress and old historical stuff. Yeah? So the three things you're going to do when you feel you're reacting, and don't be surprised if you notice you react quite a bit, right? We are reactive creatures and we like pinball around, bumping into each other and reacting everywhere. Watch people around you. Like I said, that can help you notice it. Even notice the TV shows we watch, the stuff we read, the news. It's all about reactivity. It's all about, oh no, I don't like it. Why this, why that? And so you're going to sort of rise above. You're going to go, oh, I'm reacting right now. Right? Okay. This is good. This is good. I got something to work with. You're going to take that breath. Okay, I just overrode the emotional tension of reactivity. And then I'm going in, right? Which takes enormous amount of courage, an enormous amount of vulnerability to go in soft, right? Because it's scary. That thing is scary. That's why we just naturally tense up around it. But you soften up, you go in, and your job is to feel it. You don't need to understand it. You don't need to question it, figure it out. Why? That's just, you get stuck. You just got to feel your way in. Oh, ball of dread. Oh my God, it feels horrible. It's about this size, this big, it pulses, whatever you feel. And if you happen to start to understand, why am I feeling this? Then there's your extra credit.